I was able to move into a brand new city and still make over $60,000 in 3 months with my Scalp Micropigmentation business without a big studio. And this is how I did it. When it comes to business, I've always seen it in a way where it's like, I like to reverse engineer everything. A lot of people in general, whenever they're thinking about starting a new business, they think about getting equipment, getting a big studio, hiring employees, new construction, remodeling, stuff like that. A lot of people, whenever they want to start whichever business in general, that's the way that they look at business. For me, I've always seen it the reverse. I like to do things in a way where I understand that in order for the business to work, you need to understand that you're the business. It doesn't matter how fancy your equipment is, how much you remodel and fix up your spot, how cool it looks and stuff like that. That really doesn't matter in terms of actually running the business and growing the business. What really is going to matter is the systems that you have in place and understanding that you have to invest in yourself so you can learn how to actually run the business. In anything that I've ever done, the first step that I've always done is invest in myself. Whether that's mentorship, whether that's an online course, whether that's reading a book, anything that I do, I always understand and know that everything comes from the mind, and then we can manifest it into this world. A lot of people, they like to see it backwards. And the truth is that when it comes to businesses, assets, and anything that you have tangible, you can lose. But the only things that you truly own are your skills. When it comes to learning how to do skills, you gotta first invest in yourself. That way you can understand, get the information, and actually apply the information so you can have the experience that you need to be able to be successful in any business. With all that being said, when I moved from Eagle Pass to Laredo, Texas, it was a brand new city. I didn't have anybody that I knew there. And it was just more of a test for myself to see if I can make it. I literally left with about $1,000 and I invested all of that money into paid ads on Facebook because I understand how to do paid marketing. So the crazy part is that literally I flipped from $1,000 over $60,000 in 3 months. And that's why I always say, like, when it comes to me running my business, me understanding what I need to do to pull the levers and actually growing my business, it's not just understanding how to run paid marketing as well. I always practice and hone in on my sales skills, learning how to communicate properly with clients. That way you can position yourself in a way where they can see the value that you actually hold. A lot of people in this world, they might have a level 10 skill set, but they have a level 1 in terms of communication. So a lot of the times whenever they're speaking to a client, they might have the best S&P and stuff like that, right? But they cannot communicate it properly, so they cannot sell high, right? I was able to do all of this with very little clients because I've always been working on my communication as well. And don't get me wrong, I do have phenomenal work when it comes to S&P, but I'm also able to communicate it properly. That way they can see the value. At the end of the day, it's the world that we live in. And if you don't believe me, then for everybody who's watching this, if you work out every single day and you work on your body, you work on your health, people are gonna automatically give you more trust. For all of you guys who have been in bad shape and then all of a sudden start working out and start taking care of yourselves, you're gonna notice how the world around you is gonna start treating you different. And whether you like it, whether you hate it, that's just the way it is. Either you can complain about it your whole life, or you can get with the program and then just take action and get the results. So when it comes to this as well, it's the same thing. When it comes to your fitness, you're presenting what? You're presenting the value that you hold within, and it shows that you're disciplined, you're dedicated, and that's why people trust you more. And when it comes to coming off as a professional and understanding how to communicate, it shows the client that you're confident, that you've done this, that you're an expert, and that you know what you're doing. And that's all that clients want. Clients, all they want is to be able to trust somebody, right? At the end of the day, if you're not that professional that they don't feel like they trust, even though you technically can help them out, then what's the point, right? At the end of the day, that's how I did it overall. Besides that, you gotta be willing to put in the work. You gotta be willing to put in the work. You're gonna be Like I was having days when I was doing 6 consultations, everybody telling me no, and then there was days where I was doing 6 consultations and then everybody was telling me yes. So at the end of the day, it is a numbers game, but you want to make sure that you're putting in the quality reps. You don't want to just put in reps, just put in reps. Like it's like the gym. Imagine going to the gym and in order for you to grow, you have to put 225 on the bench in order to actually grow, but you're only putting 25s on there and you're just doing a bunch of shitty reps. That's not gonna do anything for you to grow your muscle. You have to put in good quality reps, and that's the goal. And that's the goal when it comes to every single client, every single consultation, and every single procedure that you're doing. So if you do this, not only are you gonna be able to close as many clients as possible, but you're also going to be getting a lot more referrals because clients are going to see that you care. And those clients not only going to see it, but they're going to feel it. They're going to see it within themselves because you're actually providing a great service overall. So, and if you're a brand new S&P artist and you feel like you just got a certification and they just sent you on your way to survive, you feel like you haven't been able to really have any momentum in the real world on how to get clients, how to close clients at 3,000, make $10,000 days, or make $10,000 weeks, then I do highly recommend you for you to get my ebook. Down below is going to show you the roadmap on from A to Z on how it actually looks to grow as an S&P artist. That way you understand what to do, so you don't have to waste time. I wasted a lot of time hitting my head, trial and error, posting every single day on social media, trying to post on local groups, trying to convert my haircut clients, because I used to be a barber before. So I would try to convince my haircut clients to get S&P. It just wouldn't work. And if it did, they wanted to pay very little. Now I do about 20 to 30 clients a month. I only work about half of the month. I make over 30 to 50K per month. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and grab the ebook down below. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, please put them down below. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. I'll talk to you guys soon.